Hello, Libra. Okay, so sorry if you guys can hear people cutting their yards. It's Saturday morning time ish, so yeah. But we're gonna start off with how your July of 2018, what the energy, the overall energy is going to be. We're gonna use the Zodiac Oracle deck for that. For Libra. And hello, good day. Didn't even greet you guys, but let's see what the overall energy for July for Libra is going to be. Alrighty, there we go. We got Neptune. Sagittarius had the same energy for their July, so you can go check theirs out if you have any Sag in your chart or Sag is around you, or you just want to see what's going on with them. Okay, so this is like the energy of basically changing, but like not changing like your life, but changing and realizing that things are not what they seem to be. This is the energy of like Pisces. This is their planet that they're ruled by. So this is really like learning that in evolution there is a difference between being on Earth and then being like in a different realm. So it's really going to be about balancing, I would say. Um, and then just learning and seeing how far you can go as far as like projecting and getting in different areas, transporting, all that type of stuff. Just weirdness, just really trippy stuff. So, there's going to probably be a lot of weird pop ups happening, a lot of things that just seem like, how did that happening, a lot of loopy energy. There's also, you risk you have what am I trying to say? There could be more of an intensity on you, like trying to find ways to escape. So you can be aware of that if you have like issues with gambling or smoking, drinking, whatever it is, like vices. They come up a little bit more. Not as much as it is with Capricorn like energy, but Pisces does have that a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and jump into your July. We're going to start with the beginning of your July using my tarot deck here. Okay, and all three of them came out the way they wanted to. Okay, so the energy of the beginning of your July, we have the Eight of Swords here. Eight of Swords to me is really about realizing your independence and realizing that you weren't as stuck as you thought you were. But it kind of sucks because it's like coming down. It's like, oh shit, like I was kind of being dumb. It isn't like, oh, my independence, I found it. It's more of like a, oops, like how did I not realize I had this the whole time? Kind of feeling like you wasted some time. Okay, so to start off the beginning of your July, we have the Three of Cups here. The Three of Cups, this is a really good card actually. So this is like spending time with family, friends, having a good time. Everyone's on the same page. Everyone's like equally enjoying themselves. There's not much bickering. There isn't any shade being thrown. Just really having a good time all the way around. So that's one good way to start off. Emotionally, things are okay for you, I would say. Then we have the Knave of Swords here in reverse. This is definitely air energy, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So this could be you. I usually associate this card with Aquarius, but if I had to associate this with something else, I guess I would say Libra. Or maybe, would I say Gemini? I'm not sure, but basically it's all air signs. But it's in reverse, so that means maybe they're plotting out something or planning something, but it isn't in the best interest of everyone around them. So this is where that mental manipulation comes in. That air signs are so, known for kind of using your powers for evil. So make sure if this is you, then you aren't doing that. We're going to do clarification and see who it is, though. And then and if it's you, we're going to figure out why you're feeling that way. We also have the Eight of Cups here in the beginning of your July. So this is, and it's in reverse. So this is kind of like you made a wrong turn somewhere and it's time to go back and right that wrong. Double checking is key. Like maybe you need to go back and recheck and see if you sent certain things, or if you communicated a way that was receptive for the other person. Like, did they understand what you meant when you said it that way? Like, going and double checking like emotional things, I would say. um and it could also be because in the beginning of your July here, with the having fun with your friends and stuff, maybe things went well, but maybe in the midst of having so much fun, things were said, and the communication could have been off in some type of shape or form dealing with them. So maybe like if you're feeling like you fucked up somehow, like maybe go and check and see like, where did I mess up at when I was communicating this, or who do I need to go talk to so I can go fix this. But we're gonna do some clarification. So okay, so for this Knave of Swords, who is this person? Okay, well, first off, we got Seven of Swords here that came out. So this is someone who's being sneaky and, like I said, manipulative. This could definitely be you, because it is two swords that came out. But let's go ahead and see. Let's see if I can get some more clarification on that. Deceptive in what way? Who is this person? Okay. Okay, so we got 3 different cards. So let me go ahead and break this down. Okay, so this could be a Scorpio. I don't think it's necessarily a Scorpio, but there's definitely the energy of Scorpio here. So maybe the ending of something for sure. Like maybe something was broke off or killed or dead between a situation, because something was revealed or something was brought to the light that wasn't there in the beginning. So maybe a secret, or maybe just something that wasn't being told. And through that, whoever it was has this energy now of like a natural born leader and playful, but understands, and very smart and artistic. And they understand, they're very visual with things, and they understand what's going on. But needless to say, whoever it is, it didn't really clearly say who it is. But I did get Scorpio and the moon card, so I guess that would be Cancer. And then this is my Leo or Sagittarius card. So maybe some of you are dealing with 3 of those different signs. Those could be the 3 friends that we were talking about, or the 3 of Cups. Maybe those are 3 people that's in it. But nonetheless, it's all like deceptive energy. And all of these issues are causing, either has something to do with this person, whoever this air sign is, something to do with them, and something to do with why they're acting sneaky with him. So maybe whoever that air sign is, they feel like something is being held from them with these 3, or they're using these 3 against each other to get something for the air sign himself, whoever it is. So make it fit for your life. Definitely just deceptive though. I'm not sure what it is, but it's definitely sneaky. And I do think power has something to do with it. And so for this path, this 8 of Cups energy that you have in reverse, let's see why that's in reverse. Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands here, upright. So you have everything that's together, but you're still waiting. You're almost like you don't want to go. You're not sure if you need to make the move. You're not taking the action. You're not putting the plan into action at this point. You have everything set up. All your strategy is correct. Everything behind you is fine. But for some reason, you're not going. And so I guess you not setting forth on whatever you know you need to do, it's kind of like prohibiting and saying you're going the wrong way. I guess because you need to start. You need to go the other way. You need to begin whatever that is. And if it's dealing with people and emotions, like if you feel like you know what's up with something and you haven't said something, maybe it's time to start figuring out either you need to move away from it or you need to do something about it. We're not going to just sit with the information, right? Okay. So we're going to go into the middle of July, not June. The middle of July. Okay. Okay, so the middle of July, we have the 10 of Cups here in reverse. Now, this is normally a beautiful card, but this is like a missed blessing. This is almost like things are just not working out. Everything is chaotic. You fix one thing and something else breaks. That's the type of energy that this is. Almost like you can't catch your break, but it isn't to the point where you're exhausted. It's just to the point where you're like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like, come on. And also it's just things are not as peaceful as they could be. So even if things are going okay at work and stuff, maybe at home there's constantly arguing or constant bickering or whatever it is. And then also in the middle of July, we have the Ace of Wands here in reverse. So this is also like stagnation. Nothing is really being put to action again. And that was the issue with the Eight of Cups. You're not moving, you weren't doing anything. And this is still confirmation that you either are not, or if you're about to, you don't need to. But I do think this is a sign that you still have not made any changes that need to be done, and especially dealing with whatever this is dealing with. And then we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So this is about shaking things up. This is really about you need to figure out what you have. You need to put your resources to use, and let's get the ball rolling. So instead of you sitting and moping about it or looking at all the bad things, you need to pick up the pace and just start doing things. Let's start making changes. Let's start making movements. I'm going to do clarification for the Ten of Cups. What's going wrong with that? The Ten of Cups. Oh. Ten of Cups. Reverse. We got the King of Cups. Ooh, King of Cups in reverse. So this is my card for Pisces. It's in reverse, and I think that has a reflection on your energy for this month, which is Neptune. I think you're really going to be having a hard time balancing the two different realms that you're dealing with. Your outside world, your inside world, your as above, so below, like your ups and your downs. Like, I think it's just going to be really tough. And, you know, it would be easy for you as a Libra to have it balanced out, but I think the fact that it's not on one playing field, it's like kind of having to go to two different stadiums and coach two different teams that are playing two different games across town from each other. Like, you have to be able to do that, and I think balance is so important for you that it's almost impossible for it to be perfect, because you can't really balance it the way you need to, because you have to be in two different places at once. And that's the whole point of this July for you, is really balancing out those lifestyles, those changes, those people, like whatever is opposite, you have to figure out how to make it on the same accord this month. That's basically what this month is going to be for you. So figuring out a way to balance out both sides of the spectrum and make them meet in the middle. And then let's see about this Four of Cups in reverse. What is this about? What action are you going to have to do to change things? You have the Six of Wands. So you're going to have to do things if you want, especially if you want people to notice, or at least if you wanted to make an impact enough to where you feel like you've done something, you need to do something that is physically, can be physically acclaimed by other people. People can physically give you applause for it. People can physically see what you've done. So instead of fixing little things in the background and having people be on the same accord, maybe it's time for you to just go out and like just start doing shit yourself, or speaking up louder. And being successful and owning it, realizing that everything is not going to be perfect, but if you can have everything balanced in a way where you can at least sleep at night without having to think about little things here and there, then you're doing what you need to do as a Libra. And also just being, like, I think really being yourself and just doing it and having faith that you will be successful is also going to be the step that you need to have. You need to be a little bit more confident in what's to come and what you can create, what you can fix. Like, you just have to be a little bit more confident in your skills and your assets, because you have everything there. It's already shown with the Nine of Wands. It shows that you have everything together. The card shows that you have everything that you need to start and to go, but it's like you're not confident. It's like that self-assurance is missing. But it's like, for what? Like, you're fine. And lastly, for the end of July for Libra, alrighty. So ending July for Libra, We have the Chariot. Okay, so I think you're gonna start feeling that ambition pick up, or your motives are gonna start reflecting what you want to happen or what you want to have. I think really just starting the journey. Like this is gonna be when you really start your journey. And you really start getting things rolling, getting the ball rolling, and it's gonna be towards the end of July. I think this is after, once you find that in order for things to be changed for you, you have to put the work into it so that people can give you the props instead of just saying you can't do it as soon as you feel it. As soon as you feel an obstacle, I don't want you to run away from it. Not this month. I think you should attack it. I think you should figure out what the fucking problem is. And I think you should really just go after it. Things are going to happen the way they need to happen. But if you're not voicing your opinion, if you're not being, if you're not speaking for liberty as a Libra, like, speaking for what's right or at least what you believe in, then, like, what's the point? All of this is going to be for nothing. You're still going to have the same problems. Even if they don't get solved with you saying something, at least you tried to do something to fix it, and at least it's not going to be on your heart. So I think whatever is going to drive you or push you is definitely going to surface back up towards the end of July. I think you're going to start feeling that heavy. And going towards Leo season for sure, with starting to feel what drives you, what makes you you, what makes you bold, what makes you want to be passionate, all of those Leo things. And then we also, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Star card in reverse. I wanted to just add that in there. So this is the Aquarius card in reverse. I haven't seen any Aquarius things pop up in your spread, but I do want to say that whatever is driving you, make sure it isn't just about like selfish things that you want, but make sure it's about things that you really want to foresee for people around you, because it's almost like you can't get away from people. So if you really, like, a part of your dream, your ambition needs to be reflective of the people you want around you too. Like, make sure you're adding that into your ambitious petition that you make. Okay? Because it's like the people around you are going to make such an impact, because they always do. Almost like if they're not straight, then you're not good. You know what I mean? So it's like, really make sure that whatever you're wishing up, make sure that everyone is in accordance, and at least ask for protection, or at least ask for those who are not going to be on board for them to somehow disappear from your life. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you have to make a conscious effort to make sure you're remembering those around you, because again, that goes with balancing this world and the other world of manifestation and projection and all of that. We also, followed by that, we have the Hermit card upright. So this is maybe taking some time away. So again, like I said, if some people have to disappear in order for you to elevate, that's what needs to happen. You have to be, fair and honest about it, and I know you can do that as a Libra, and figure out who the fuck deserves to still be around. Honestly, like, just look at it like that. And it doesn't even mean you have to separate yourself from them for good, but you definitely do need to have some time to yourself, because you're not able to think right now. You're just not. There's so much going on, and there's so much that's causing you to be like in reverse. I feel like it's because you have so much you're worried about, but it's so much stuff that can be, tossed away. And then lastly, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is, again, like getting to yourself, making that sanctuary for yourself, having it clean, having whatever your mindset is, this is this. So if your mindset is, dirty and dusty and old and like, dark, then that's what you're going to be sitting in subconsciously. So make sure whatever you're thinking about, whatever it is that you're putting forth, make sure it's what you want to create physically. Because again, with balancing those two things, that's how you're going to be able to really pull in and create stuff for yourself, as if this is right or if this is balanced. I'm going to do clarification for this Hermit card, because I do want to see what is it that you need to be separated from. What is it that Libra needs to be away from? Oh. Oh my God. Okay, and we got the World card. So I do think that you need to be separated from your surroundings. You need to have time to yourself to think, to meditate, do whatever the fuck you need to do. And just find a way to balance yourself and balance everything around you, because the people surrounding you are going to have you not as focused as you need to be. And let's see what's driving you for this month. What is that ambition? What is going to be driving Libra? So this drive is about you not being certain about what's to come emotionally. So I think you're just going to start preparing just to be ready, because you don't know what's gonna happen. So it's kind of like just doing what you have to do to be prepared, because who the fuck knows what's gonna happen. So that's a good thing to do. But once you start becoming fearful of what can happen, and that's when shit starts hitting the fan. So you can be prepared, but don't start becoming afraid when you don't even know what's going on, because that's when you start creating and conjuring paranoia and just stuff that we don't need. So yeah, and in order to keep your sanctuary, one, you can work with like clear quartz, rose, amethyst, or rose quartz. You can use amethyst, you can use angelite, citrine, just stuff to keep you happy. But it also needs to be something that grounds you, like a hematite. I told Sagittarius to use hematite, because you know you need something that's going to ground you, because a lot of this month for you is going to just be juggling both realms. And then, yeah, so in order to keep your space, you need to make sure you're not giving into your vices. And don't, like I said, remember with this Neptune energy is going to be really like Pisces like for you. So escapism is going to be really prevalent, you know, here in this month. But you have to make sure whatever you're doing, you're not indulging in that, because that is going to be a huge thing for you this month, okay, Libra? So be really balanced on the inside and out, as far as health, as far as people around you, activities you're doing. Make sure you're having a good balance, so that you know it can just be balanced all the way around, as above so below. All right, so I think that's it. It's really just going to be about you balancing. Like I said, it's all about balance this month for you. But other than that, I think it'll be okay. Kind of distance yourself from people. If you start seeing 111, that's because you need to start moving away from certain energies. So if you're on the phone with someone and you see 111, or if you're sitting next to someone and you see 111, maybe it's time for you to start branching off, okay? Yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this video. Sorry I was a little like calm. I feel like you have to be like really tedious this July, because I feel like I have to be really serious and just like straight to the point. And I think that's how you need to delegate around the people around you this month for sure. But I wish you the best of luck. Happy readings. I'm Love from a Leo, from Not Your Favorite Leo, though one day I will be. And until next time, I will see you very, very soon, Libra. Bye.